Bees are such an important part of a thriving garden, and while most gardens will attract bees and other pollinators naturally, it's nice to be able to guarantee that you'll have lots of bees. And in this box, I have a bee starter kit from Kind Bee Farms. So there's a house, nesting tubes, and then a box of leafcutter bee cocoons. This is my second starter kit. I got my first one a few years ago, and while the house does last a few years, they don't last forever, so this year I decided I wanted to get a new starter kit so I could get a new house. So here is my first bee house, and you can see it's definitely a little past its prime. And you are supposed to replace the nesting tubes every year for the health of the bees by preventing mold and disease. So for this new bee house, since I have this plant-based wood sealer, I am going to coat the bee house with this to waterproof it a little bit. It's really for things like garden beds, but I'm sure it will work great on this bee house to help make it last longer. And I don't see any bees that have fully hatched yet, so I have time to coat this house and let it dry, although the dry time on this is pretty fast. Okay, so that's all done, and I think it looks great. And now I just have to wait for the bees to finish hatching since they are shipped semi pre hatched. But once you see about 10 or so bees, it'll be safe to release them. But from the point that they ship your bees to you, it'll take a few days to see any action. So, as exciting as all of this is, you just have to be patient. It did take about 5 days for me to start seeing some bees hatch in this box, but once I saw at least 10, I knew it was time to take them outside to release them. It's important to note that before you order your bees, your garden should already have things in bloom within 300 feet of where you'll place the house, so they actually have a food source, and so that they can help your garden by pollinating your plants. But if you're a year round gardener in a warmer climate like me that is always planting and always has things in bloom, it shouldn't be a problem. But on that note, you should also make sure that your outdoor temperatures will be 70 degrees Fahrenheit pretty consistently before ordering your bees. The house can be hung up, and there is a little bracket already installed on the back that easily hangs onto a nail, but you can also just let it sit on a flat surface if you know it won't get disturbed or knocked over. And it's also a good idea to place the house where it gets morning sun, since that's what the bees prefer. You also want to keep it away from sprinklers or make sure you don't hit it with the hose when you're watering. These bees are really ready to get outside, and to release them, I just need to tear off the top of the box and then place it in the loft above the nesting tubes in the house so that the rest of the bees can finish hatching. And yes, some have flown out just now, and that's okay. They will find this house and claim it as their home. And again, these are leafcutter bees, so there's no danger in opening this box when you see hatched bees because they are not aggressive since they aren't defending a colony, and they rarely sting people. So if a leafcutter bee stings you, you probably deserved it. But if you aren't bothering them, they're totally safe to handle and observe. Another thing about leafcutter bees is that, true to their name, the females do cut out pieces of the leaves on your plants, but they don't do any damage. They just take a little crescent shape off of your leaves like this, and then they put them in the nesting tubes to get ready to lay more bee eggs. The females do all of the work, whereas the males just peace out after mating and pass about 10 days later, but the females will live for about 2 months. These leaves were cut from the leafcutter bees already in my garden since I still have the old bee house up, but I should start to see these nesting tubes being filled up in the new house, so I'll keep checking on it and hope that they take up residency here soon. It's been a few days, and as we can see, there's some leaf matter shoved into some of the nesting tubes, but I'll check back in a few more days. All right, there's been a lot more action happening in this bee house. We can see that more of the nesting tubes are filled up, and if you look closely, you can see some bees inside, and some are coming and going, bringing back leaf matter for the nesting tubes. So these bees are definitely at work right now, and I hope I can continue to have a huge leafcutter bee population to help out with the pollinators that will show up naturally in my garden so that all of my plants get pollinated better. But I have a pretty sweet crib set up for the bees if I do say so myself, and I think all I need to add now will be more watering stations, and then my garden will be a true bee haven.